pull up, see what happens. Y'all thought I wasn't gonna do it, huh? America's #1 finesse worm. Let's get it. BFS all day, dude. All day. Obviously, you're probably sitting there at home being like, man, this guy ain't got nothing new to tell me. He's just wacky rigged a 3-inch worm. Well, hold up, bro. Sit tight. You're probably gonna waste more time today death scrolling than you are hearing me out about this 3-inch worm. On this worm, it's not your normal Cinco, you know? You got these deep ribs, and no, they're not for your pleasure, so chill out. They actually give a different effect in the water as the worm flops down. I need a snack. This long content shit, it's for the birds. You know what I'm saying? As it comes down. The nice thing about this worm, since it's a Ned worm, it's got so much salt in it. The one thing I've noticed that sometimes what it does, instead of sinking and like a normal Cinco, it falls like a Ned worm. And then it sits there with that weightless worm and sometimes stands up depending on the bottom structure. And it works just like a Ned worm, but it sits there kind of like more like a Nico rig, but it's wacky rigged, and when they bite it, they don't know what hit them. You can also throw it on a Texas rig. You can also do a teeny, I know this seems like, why don't I just throw it on a Ned? But you can throw this on a Nico rig. You can get the small, wacky rigs that are weedless, and then you get the half of a nail weight, cut it down, and just put it in the end, and you have this mini Nico. And that works great too. But I'm telling you, the wacky rig, as all you've known, works the best. The salt content is A+++, which is just gonna make them hold on to this even more when they bite this thing. Because it's gonna give them that flavor, that salty sensation in their mouth. It's just gonna be like, mmm. Gee. Another thing to keep in mind is, bass are like thugs. They're hiding out, waiting to sabotage their prey. Just like a cop on the side of the road trying to give somebody a ticket. You know what I'm saying? So, when they see this little thing, once again, they're just gonna straight murk it because it's so small compared to their body size. They see no threat in this 3-inch size. I mean, not to mention it's a worm. I mean, where's the threat? Mostly though, in the dead of summer when things are super hot, it's like a little snack, you know, trust me. Imagine you're out there all hot and bothered. You ain't looking for a full meal, you want a little snack and you want to keep it moving. This is what they're looking for. Even the big ones. See that little jiggle? Jiggle, jiggle. When fishing it weighted, 1/16, 3/32, 1/8. The one thing to keep in mind is that you're running the risk of catching a catfish, because they're sitting at the bottom and they eat worms too. The thing I've noticed is when I fish that thing weightless, Gamakatsu, I don't catch catfish, I catch bass. But when I get in a situation where I'm fishing a river and I have to use the weighted version because I want my worm to stay put, sometimes I come up with a catfish. It's unfortunate, but that's just what it is. You gotta pay to play. Yeah, you see it. Big ass cat. Anytime that bite is tough or they're sitting up shallow, ready to sabotage things, this is what I reach for. The 3-inch version from RoboWorm, America's #1 finesse worm. I call this my shallow water slayer. Think about it like this. Get it now, you can Ned rig it, it's winter, but come springtime, come summer, late summer, early fall, you're gonna wanna wacky rig this. The shallow water slayer, America's #1 finesse worm.